Okay. I just hit record. Now I'm going to share my screen. So we're going to be talking today about handling objections, specifically objections with Shakeology, because I know that this is, Shakeology is a topic that most people have objections to. Either they say, oh, well, I'm already drinking Herbalife, or I'm already doing this, or I'm already doing that, or Shakeology is too expensive, or it's an overpriced protein shake, whatever that objection may be. The most common objections for what we do are usually having to do with Shakeology. Sorry about that. So most people, the cost is the biggest objection, right? So often people are scared away. They ask how much it costs, and then they don't understand what they're paying for. They don't understand the value in what they're getting. So it's so important for people to understand the benefits of, first of all, Shakeology, the benefits of the all-access Beachbody On Demand package that just came out, the portion fixed nutrition system. It's so important for them to understand the value and to understand, what they're truly signing up for before you give them the price. So when people ask me the price right off the bat, I tell them, well, it really depends on how you do things, because I want them, before I tell them anything about how much it costs, I want them to understand. I want them to see the value. I want them to see that this has the potential to change their lives. It's not just spending $150 on, something frivolous. It's something that is going to be very beneficial to them. So first of all, we all know this, but just to review, they're not signing up for a bag of Shakeology. They're signing up for an entire month of meals, right? A month. They're paying for a month of breakfast or lunch or dinner up front. Imagine if you paid for a whole month of chicken breasts up front. That would be crazy. They're also getting a free trial to thousands of dollars worth of fitness programs, a fitness program they can keep forever, or a whole year of workouts if they do the all access, a nutrition system that will simplify clean eating, that will simplify their lifestyle, that will simplify their nutrition, that makes it easy to build clean and healthy meals, that will literally teach them how to eat clean. And then the support of a group with you as their coach. They're paying for so much, with such, they're getting such a huge value out of such a small price. So the challenge group is the thing that's going to benefit them the most, and is probably something they didn't even realize that they needed. I'm not sure I think both of you have listened to the Freedom Collective new coach webinar, the coach opportunity webinar. And in that webinar, I talk a lot about the P90X challenge group forum that Tony Horton, John Congdon, and Carl Deichler started before Beachbody was ever an MLM. They found that the people who signed up and participated in the forum online that they created got better results than those that didn't. So it was all about support. It was all about having somebody alongside you doing the same thing. So how many times have you started? For example, Danielle, you started so many times and then you gave up because you didn't have support. You didn't have somebody, holding your hand and encouraging you and saying, hey, let's get on Zoom and work out together. You didn't have that. I didn't have that. I started and stopped and started and stopped, and I tried everything, and I gave up so many times until I had support. And so before you talk about the price of a challenge pack, you need to provide all of this information. They're not going to pay for it and be left on their own. They're not going to get their package and end up, letting it collect dust in the closet. You're going to be there to support them and teach them how to use it. So this is my process. Oh, I missed a slide. Sorry about that. So My invitation process. First of all, when I'm in a conversation with someone who's interested in a program, I ask lots of questions. And this part's really important, and this is going to be a big, big part of our call tonight. So first of all, we want to be more interested in them than we are interesting. We don't want to, word vomit all over them. When they ask us a question, we don't want to give them all of the information in a big, long paragraph. We want to ask them questions. We want to show that we care about them. We want to show them that we're committing to help them succeed. And when we're talking to them, that's going to be huge. Our mindset to truly help them is going to be huge, because they will already begin to see you as their coach and supporter if you show them that you truly care about them from the beginning. So many people in this industry are just doing it to make money. They're just doing it to like sign people up. It's all about the numbers. It's all about the income. And we need to show people that it's not like that for us. I remember Christina, when I first started chatting with Christina, she was in a free group, and I think Christina, this is true, that you basically told me like, hey, I haven't liked stuff like this in the past, but I feel comfortable and I'd like to join you in a few months. And like she waited for a few months until she was ready to do it. And I wasn't there, word vomiting all over her, trying to like convince her to do it now. Like I was truly interested in getting her started when she was ready. And I think that is what makes all the difference with this team. We're not trying to push people into making some sort of rash decision. We're truly trying to help them. So if you show them from the get-go that you care about them, that you're committed to helping them succeed, that's going to be huge. And if they ask you straight out of the gate, how much is this going to cost me? Again, whatever you do, don't answer directly. I say this because I was horrified when I found out that T25 and Shakeology was $180. Like, I was horrified, and I ran away for an entire year. And when my coach first invited me, she did that. She gave me all of the information straight out of the gate, and I was like, whoa, all I could see was that $180 on the screen. That's all I could see. I didn't see the paragraph before about how Shakeology is totally worth $130. I didn't see about the things that I was getting. I didn't read about the challenge group. I just saw $180 and I ran away, and it took me over a year to finally come back. So rather than scaring them away, you can say, well, the price really depends on which program you end up choosing. There are so many to choose from. It's best to find one you'll actually enjoy so that you'll have a better time with it, so you'll stick with it. And then I always ask them, what kind of exercise do you enjoy the most? And I've come across a series of questions, and I've kind of compiled these over the last few weeks, knowing that I wanted to do this call. Questions that you can use over and over, first of all, to connect with people, and then second of all, help them see the value in what you have to offer. And I know we're talking about overcoming objections tonight, but, first, a lot of times we can overcome objections before they even come up, just by giving them good information and the way that we talk to them in the beginning of the conversation. So when you're chatting with them, first of all, I want you to get into the habit of using the phrase, what this means for you. So write this down. What this means for you is, so keep that in mind when we're talking about this. For example, when they say, well, I don't eat breakfast. Shakeology takes I don't have time to eat breakfast, rather. Well, Shakeology takes 3 minutes to prepare. You can literally throw it into your shaker, shake it up, and it's ready to go within, 30 seconds. I mean, if you're being real, it takes 30 seconds. What this means for you is you'll have a quick breakfast. You'll be starting your day with something, seriously nutritious, and you're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to, have energy later in the day. Well, I don't like to work out, or, well, I don't have time to work out. Well, I totally understand. I didn't like to work out either. And what I found, so notice that I didn't say but, I said and. What I found is there are so many different workouts to choose from that I'm convinced anybody could find something that they enjoy. Country Heat doesn't even feel like a workout. It just feels like dancing and laughing and having a great time. And then I don't have time to work out. Well, that's okay, because these workouts are only 22 to 45 minutes. I mean, if I can't fit in 22 minutes, then something's wrong with my life. So problem, solution, and what this means for you. So I want you to write down these questions. If you can. I mean, obviously the recording will be posted and these slides will be posted. I don't think I put the questions in the slides though. So number one, first question, from a health and fitness standpoint, what are you facing right now? From a health and fitness standpoint, what are you facing right now? I'll put these in the chat box actually. Let me see. Can I do that right now? Oh, yes, I can. Chat box. Okay. Number two, how is that a problem for you / why is that a goal for you? So from a health and fitness standpoint, what are you facing right now? Well, I'm really struggling because I just don't enjoy working out. So how is that a problem for you, or why is that a goal for you? Number three, how is this impacting you? Who or what else does it impact? What would success with this look like for you? What has stopped you from succeeding with this in the past? This is where the invite happens, by the way. What has stopped you from succeeding in the past? When they're saying, you know what, so question number one, what are you facing right now? I am really struggling because I need to lose 30 pounds. And my doctor told me that if I don't lose 30 pounds, then I'm not allowed to start trying to have a baby. I have somebody that I'm working with right now is in this exact same situation. Okay, well, how is that a problem for you? Like, why, obviously I want to have a baby, right? Like, I need to lose these 30 pounds because I want to be healthy. I want to be able to crawl around on the floor with my kids. Okay, so how is this impacting you? Well, it's making me really frustrated and sad, right? Who else does it impact? It impacts my husband. It impacts my family. Okay, so what would success with this look like for you? Imagine how powerful it is. Thinking about, okay, success with this for me would look like having a baby, right? I mean, I'm like acting right now. I'm like the person, right? It would mean being able to try to get pregnant and have a baby. Like, that's a life-changing thing. Okay, so what stopped you in the past? What, like, obviously you want a baby. Obviously you want to lose these 30 pounds. Obviously you know that you need to be healthy. So what has stopped you from succeeding with this in the past? Well, I didn't find something that I enjoyed. I didn't have support. Okay, well, that's great because, with our challenge group, like, you will never be alone. You will always have support. And then finally, the last question in this little series is, if you were successful with this, what would you gain? So this helps people to connect to their why even before they start. It helps them to see that long-term end game before they even start. And then I came across a few more questions. I won't share all of them with you. I'll share these images in the team page. But I'm going to stop sharing that and I'm going to share this with you. Okay, so number one, what are you wanting to accomplish? This tells you how you can help them, like specifically in terms of their goals. What have you tried in the past? What did you like or dislike, right? And this helps us to find a program that actually suits their needs. Why did that program not last? That helps them to see what they want to do differently this time. Did you have a support system? What does your support system look like? What are your food addictions? This one is huge. So many people have food addictions, right? It shows it shows the things that you can help them through. And this is great because that food addictions question, Shakeology will help with that. What's your water intake look like? What does a typical day look like? And then finally, I have one more. Where did it go? There we go. Okay. No, that's the first one again. Sorry. Okay. Where are you going to fit your workout in? What kinds of challenges do you face? What injuries do you have? How are you planning your meals? Do you know your calorie range? How much sleep are you getting? Do you consume caffeine? And all of these questions, first of all, they're showing, and I'll share these in the Freedom Collective, so don't worry about writing those specific ones down. But those questions are going to help you to see the things that you can help them with, that truly like not just like, okay, I need to lose weight, whatever. But it's going to show you specifically how you can help them. Sorry, I was pulling that thing up. I'm really terrible at multitasking. I don't know if you all know this about me. So again, problem, solution, what this means for you, right? When you're answering these questions, or when they are answering these questions, excuse me, the answer is usually the 21-day fix. Not always, and it's important for us to know the different programs that Beachbody offers. But the 21-day fix is so effective, it's so versatile, it's such a game changer, and that's because of the nutrition program. So normally the next step, after asking them questions, getting to know their needs, I transition to telling them about the challenge pack, right? So I tell them about the 21-day fix. I tell them about, what it comes with, Shakeology. I ask them what they know about Shakeology. And then I normally send this script, and I don't feel bad about using scripts sometimes, because the thing about scripts is that I'm not going to remember to include all of this stuff every single time. So if I have this script, it's in my own words, I wrote this, but it has all of the little details that I feel are very important, and these are the things that hooked me. So what you need to do, you need to think of the things in Shakeology that hooked you, the things that, helped you to see the value, helped you to feel like, okay, $130, totally worth it. And obviously all of you are coaches, so you're paying like $95 for it. But I always send this script. And then when they ask the question, okay, so how much does this cost? Finally, after I've given them all of the information, after I've given them everything, I send this. So Shakeology by itself costs $4 per serving, which comes out to $130 for a bag with 30 servings. Boom, price is out there, right? Unapologetically. Since you're paying for a month of breakfast up front, it can seem like a big cost, but it honestly saves me so much each month, because it's fortified with a multivitamin and a probiotic, and I don't have to purchase those anymore. I'm not stuck buying fast food when I'm, out hungry throughout the day. I just keep a serving or two with me, and I shake them up with water in a pinch. Think about how much a value meal at McDonald's costs. There you go. Notice that I'm handling that objection about price even before it can come up. I'm handling that objection beforehand. So think about how much a value meal at McDonald's costs. More than $4, and it's way less nutritious. So that's how I see it. $4 a day for my healthiest meal. And then I go through everything else that they're getting with this program. So this next portion of the call, I talked about, my process, how I talk to people, the kinds of questions that I ask. And you can also, some words that you can keep in mind when you're having conversations. Like rather than saying, like, talking about it like you're selling products, you're sharing tools, right? You're sharing tools with people. You're not selling products with people. Rather than like, okay, so if you make your purchase on Friday, I'm excited for you to get started. So rather than like, you need to buy this, I'm excited to get you started. Do you want to? Rather than, do you want to do this? Are you open to hearing more about this? Rather than, would you consider? How would you feel? Right? It gives you more information. So consider the way that you are, you're describing things. Rather than the word but, use the word and. Rather than no problem, say you're welcome, right? No is negative. Problem is negative. Like, why would we say no problem? We want people to think positively when we're, I hate to use the word like closing the sale, but when we're like finally helping them get started, when they are like, man, thank you so much for giving me this information. I'm so excited to get started. We want to put positivity in their mind. Rather than talking about the price, talk about the value. For, $140, you get this much value. Okay, am I missing anything? No, I'm not. Okay, so now we're going to get into the objections, okay? Because I get lots of objections every single day. I'm not sure about you. But I wanted to ask you, what are some of the objections that you get on a regular basis? Carly, I know that you had... Oh, hey, Terry, you're here too. I only see 4 faces, and you weren't on my screen. So, Carly, I know that you had said, like, when they say, I'm already doing it, it works. That's definitely a common objection. But are there any other ones that the rest of you get? Obviously, Shakeology is too expensive, right? That's a common one.
Mine was, they don't have time for it.
I don't have time. Okay. The price, yeah. Christina just shared price. Okay. So then let's talk about this. I'm gonna just go through the ones that I came up with, and then we can talk about the ones that you guys are asking about. So number 1, I hear a lot of people say that Shakeology is an overpriced protein shake. So, why would anyone spend $130 on a protein shake? They wouldn't. That's stupid. Like, Trader Joe's has 30 servings of whey protein for $12. Like, why would anybody spend $130 on a protein shake? They wouldn't. But it's not a protein shake. It has protein, but it's a meal replacement, right? And all shakes are not created equal. There are a lot of shakes, for example, Herbalife. I think someone asked about Herbalife, that are full of, first of all, soy. They're full of sucralose. They're full of fillers, like, what is the cellulose? Cellulose is basically wood, you guys. It's just ground up wood. And that is like one of the first ingredients in some of those shakes. And then sucralose, aspartame, saccharin. What's that other one, babe? I can't remember. There's another artificial sweetener that is just, they are literally poison to our bodies. Blenda, yeah. That I think, yeah, for sure. And then, man, these artificial sweeteners trick our bodies into triggering an insulin response. And so eventually your body produces that insulin response because it tastes something sweet. So it says, okay, I need some insulin. And then your body realizes, oh, I don't need that insulin anymore because like there's nothing for me to, like insulin helps us to process sugar, right? So when we eat that artificial sweetener over and over and over again, our body realizes, oh, hey, I don't need to produce insulin anymore because I'm getting this sweet taste, but I don't have to process any sugar. And that causes diabetes. Like some of these weight loss shakes are causing diabetes, like directly. So Shakeology does not do that. Shakeology has stevia and it has the naturally occurring sugars from the fruits and vegetables that are in it. So it's nutrient dense. It can replace an entire meal. You would have to eat a giant pile of veggies to equal one serving of Shakeology. you could never match all of the nutrients, all of the, benefits for less than 170 calories, right? Like Shakeology makes it possible for you to keep your calories low while getting that huge, huge pile of nutrition. So it's easy to cut your calories without cutting the nutrients that you need. You aren't starving yourself. You're feeding your body those vital nutrients, fueling versus filling. And I use that term a lot, fueling versus filling, because a lot of these shakes on the market, they truly are just filling. They're just filling, and that's it. It's just tricking your body into thinking that it's full. So when people lose weight with Shakeology and they're getting the nutrients they need, they're not on this huge calorie deficit with tons of fillers. They are getting nutrition. And most people are nutrient deficient, right? They're more nutrient deficient than they are protein deficient, which is why they need Shakeology. Most people don't need a protein shake. So when they say something like, when they're comparing Shakeology to a protein shake, what you can say is, are you protein deficient? Like, why is it that you need more protein? And that will stop them in their tracks. Like, oh, I guess I really don't need more protein. They need more nutrition. So another one, Shakeology has sugar in it, but other shakes don't. I get this one all the time. And that's true. Shakeology does have sugar. Shakeology does have carbohydrates. But the difference in like the sugar in Shakeology versus the sugar in, say, an Oreo is that the shakes that don't have sugar, that don't have, any carbs or anything, they have that sucralose, they have that aspartame, they have the artificial sweeteners. It's poison, right? So there's no way that a shake can have whole fruits and vegetables with no sugar, because fruit has sugar in it. Like, it's fructose. So there's no artificial anything in Shakeology. It's not added sugar. And a lot of people will compare Shakeology to like Vega, for example, because Vega doesn't have any fructose. But the sugar in Shakeology is less than the sugar in one apple, less than the sugar in one apple. But the kind of sugar that it is, your body processes it differently than, say, an Oreo. So I use that a lot. Like, okay, the drinking a serving of Shakeology is comparable to eating an apple. Even though an apple has more sugar in it than an Oreo, your body is using the nutrition in the apple a lot more efficiently, right, than it would an Oreo. So the sugar-free protein shakes have those artificial ingredients. And there are plenty of protein shakes that are all natural and organic, but they're lacking the superfoods and the nutrients. So for example, again, like a Vega, and I hate calling out other shakes by name, but I mean, you guys are my team. Like, I feel it's fine. But for example, Vega, it has tons of great ingredients, but it's like spinach and broccoli and pineapple and stuff that you're getting in your daily diet anyways. Shakeology is not that way. Shakeology is full of superfoods that you would not get into your diet unless you like went to indigenous farms throughout the world. And then another one, I hear a lot that Shakeology is just a bunch of extracts without any whole food ingredients, and that's simply not true. It's 100% whole foods. It's basically dried juicing. And it has maximum nutrition. Okay, finally, Shakeology is expensive. This is a big one. So this is the thing. We have to realize that when people say, I can't afford it, what they're really saying is it's not a priority to me. And that is a truth bomb right there. Like, people will prioritize the things that matter to them. Like Danielle, for example. I know that, you're doing this because you're like, okay, this is a priority. This is something that I have to do for my body, because Danielle has health issues, and Shakeology has not only taken her off of 4 of her 7 medications that she's taking every single day, but she's actually getting results. And that's where I was. I was not spending hundreds of dollars on medical bills. I was spending thousands of dollars on medical bills. I was very, very sick, and I was desperate. I was so frustrated because nobody could figure out what was wrong, and I was willing to pay those thousands of dollars because feeling better was a priority to me, and not going to the doctor was the alternative, right? And so this is why we need to become the experts. We need to be experts about Shakeology. We need to spend time, like every single week, looking into the ingredients. What do the ingredients do? You know, what exactly is in Shakeology? What is the Power Greens boost all about? What are the supplements in the Ultimate Reset? Like, why should we be taking these things? We need to become experts on what workouts we have to offer, experts on all of these products, because if we can show them how these products will rock their world, they're going to be willing to pay whatever it takes, right? I was willing to pay thousands of dollars to feel better, and it didn't make me feel better. So what do you guys think? Is Shakeology expensive? Like, truthfully, be honest. Like, do you feel that Shakeology is expensive?
I mean, it is like upfront, it is expensive, but when you divide it up by, it's 30 meals.
Mm-hmm.
You spend less time at the grocery store, which is always good.
That's a great point.
And obviously you're spending less at the grocery store than if you had to buy for breakfast. So, I mean, I see both sides of it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, $130 is a chunk of money. Like, that, it's scary to fork over.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Anyone else want to chime in here?
Yeah, when you first told me the price, I was like, whoa, what in the world is this stuff? I was already thinking like 60, 70 bucks max. When you said 129, I was like, what? But then honestly, I was like, well, I might as well give it a shot. If I don't like it, I could just send it back and I'll get my money back. But then after learning about everything that's in it and trying to go organic and buy all these superfoods myself that I wouldn't eat because I didn't like them, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. So, okay. So, like, Carly brought this up. For a healthy meal, you would spend eating out, you know, or not even eating out, eating in. You're going to spend between $5 and $10. Like, Adam and I went to Chick-fil-A today, and I spent $8 on a salad. And it had romaine lettuce. It had like three leaves of spinach. It had like maybe 4 blueberries, a couple strawberries, some nuts, and some chicken, right? That was $8. And the nutrition in that salad, although it was, you know, good nutrition, it wasn't very substantial. You know, I'm not getting a lot of vitamins. I'm not getting a lot of minerals, right? So for a healthy meal that's like not even that nutritionally dense, I'm paying $8. But Shakeology is $4.33 per serving, which is on the low end of a healthy meal, right? And with the coach discount, like, come on, it's $3,
Right.
$3 per serving. So not only are you spending less than you normally would on a healthy meal, you're getting superfoods, like you're getting more nutrition. Anita Myron, I don't know if you guys follow her, but she went to Whole Foods and she looked at all of the different ingredients that are in Shakeology, and she did the math. And for one serving of what we get in Shakeology, it was over $100. One serving. So, you know, we're getting, it is dense. There is a multivitamin and a probiotic. I used to spend $50 a month on my probiotics. You don't have to take your multivitamin unless you're pregnant. I always recommend folate and DHA for pregnant women rather than taking their prenatal. And then think of how many servings you're buying up front. You would spend way more than $130 for 30 servings of anything. And this isn't $130 on top of your grocery budget. It's not new money. It's built into your grocery budget, right? It's breakfast. So, my connection is unstable. So, you know, yes, it is a big chunk of money up front. But for what you get, it is so, so worth it. So learn about learn about how to talk about Shakeology, consider those things, maybe even like say those things in conversation. You know, how much do you spend eating out every day? Ask them. How much do you spend eating out like each week? I would be willing to bet that it is more than $4. So then if they're still hesitant, which, you know, let's be real, a lot of people still are, offer them the super sampler. If you drink all 7 servings back to back, they are going to feel the benefits, and that's going to be enough for them to fall in love. And, you know, when they purchase that sampler, if you hook them up with the Beachbody On Demand free trial before they purchase it, they're going to save 10%. You're going to be helping them out right off of the bat. They're going to see like, oh my gosh, like she didn't have to offer me a 10% discount. Like that was really nice. And, you know, it's going to show that you truly care about helping them more than you care about making a buck, right? So if they're still hesitant, what about getting them involved in your challenge group? What about saying, you know, I never do this, but I would be willing to let you into my challenge group just for the month of April. You know, and then, you know, Shakeology is usually required, but, you know, maybe like you could just try out the free trial for 30 days and see how you like it. And then normally those people end up as coaches, you guys, because they're the ones who truly need it. And then what about offering the discount coach opportunity? If they can't afford Shakeology, chances are they need some extra money in their budget, right? And then sharing publicly the value of Shakeology on your Facebook page. We have less than a minute. We might lose connection, but here I was talking about Energize. And this is not just Shakeology, you guys, like all of the products. We should be showing the value of all of the products. This was me drinking Energize. And I didn't mention it by name. People were asking me, what's this healthy pre-workout? Here I was talking about just that it was tasty and it protects my wallet and my waistline from buying actual Frappuccinos every time I drive by a Starbucks. There you go. It's saving you more money. So this one was just like so super fleeting, but need those superfoods, yo. Like I'm just showing them like it's not a protein shake. It's not a weight loss shake. This one, I got them with Everett. But this post goes over so well. I've posted it multiple times. But I'm telling them about how I've had health issues for my entire life, and Shakeology has literally solved them. So call to action, you guys. I want you to create a public post that shows you the value of Shakeology or the All Access Pass. And then I want you to come up with your script on what Shakeology is. Come up with your script, because whatever it was that sold you on Shakeology,